If you already had a chance to close your browser or restart your computer, you most probably realized that when you started the application again, you get this nasty error here above the small basket in the left column. Now, this is simply because I've misspelled one of the properties here. If you have a look at the constructor inside of the basket.php file, which is inside of the classes folder, our constructor contains empty basket property, which obviously I misspelled. Before s, I put k rather than after s. If we save this, replace these letters obviously to make sure that they are exactly the same way as the predefined property here in this class. Go back to our page, refresh, you can see that everything is fine. But that's just, perhaps you haven't made this mistake. I've just made it obviously while I was recording this video. Okay, now another thing we're going to be working now before we move to creating actually the full basket is obviously when you click on the image or title of the product inside of the catalog, you get the error page. This is because we haven't created yet catalog item page. So this is what we're going to create in this video. So copy the name of the file, go back to our editor, we can close the basket class, open pages folder and create a new file with the name catalog-item.php. Inside of this file, first we're going to start with the opening PHP tag and defining the variable ID. We'll assign the parameter populated from the URL, so it's going to be URL class 2 colons get param, and we're looking for ID. Now we're checking if isn't empty our new variable ID, else we are going to require once the error page, so error.php. Okay, now we are creating the object catalog and we are assigning the new catalog class to it. Now we are creating the variable product and we use our catalog object to get the get product. Using the get product method, we're going to get the relevant product, passing the ID to this specific method. Then we will also need the category of this product, so category equals the same thing, object catalog, only this time we're going to call the method get category. Okay, and what we're going to do is to pass the product and the category assigned to this product, so category index. Okay, now before we do this, we need to make sure that we actually have found the product. If we do this and the product won't be found, then this part here will throw the error. So let's make sure first that the product isn't empty. So if isn't empty product, so if we found the product, then we're going to run some code, else we do exactly the same thing as before, which is we're going to display the error page. Okay, so we have catalog get category. Actually, let's hide these folders here for the time being so that it displays a little bit better. Now let's start with require once. Let's require our header.php and we can copy this and do the same for the footer. Footer.php. Okay. Now in between the header and footer we're going to put some content, but let's go back to our browser, refresh, and we can see that the page, that the error message is now gone because we loaded the page. Obviously it's blank page because it only contains header and footer together with our column obviously, but the page has loaded, so now it's time to put some content in. So let's start with echo, and in between the double quotes let's start with the h1 tag, catalog, then space, 2 colons, and we're going to concatenate this with category and name of the category then dot to concatenate with a closing h1 tag, and semicolon right at the end. So this is our heading, which will be the catalog and category name. Then we're going to try to find the image. So image variable equals if isn't empty product image. Then the path will be media / catalog / and then we're going to concatenate this with our image and our product image. Otherwise will display nothing, which simply means we return null. Okay, now if we copy the name of the variable and we check if is an empty image, then we start with a width equals helper class, and we use get img size method. Then we pass as the first parameter image and 0 as the second one. Now just so you remember, if we go back to our classes folder, open a helper and have a look at our get image size function. Second parameter is a case, which 0 will give us width, 1 will give us the height of the image. First one obviously is the path to the image itself. So if we close this, then we have obviously width. We can close this browser as well here. Now we start with the width again, and first we check if width is more than 120. Then we want this to be 120, otherwise we'll leave it the way it is.